Welcome to the Report. Thank you guys for taking this time to hear me out. I got a quick report here coming out of Carolina Panthers preseason camp. Of course, the Panthers will travel to New England. I believe they're probably already there. They have joint practices with the Patriots tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and they also have it Wednesday and Friday. They play in week 2 of the NFL preseason. So let's get into this report. It won't be long at all, but I do appreciate you guys for taking the time to hear me out. Of course, the Panthers played their week 1 preseason game against the Washington Commanders last Saturday. A lot of good things. Some things they weren't perfect. Want to see them clean up, like converting field goals into touchdowns instead of settling for 3. But all in all, I was really satisfied with how things went. Still feeling the same way as I did about Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. I think Baker's a no-brainer. Sam, of course, will be making more money, but significantly more money than Baker Mayfield, of course. But I just think Baker's the better quarterback. I just think when the Panthers look at it, it's just, they might just have to count their losses on the investment of Sam Darnold. And that is just as simple as that, in my opinion. But it's just a quick update from ESPN, Panthers beat writer for ESPN, David Newton. He says in the article, we talk about some people who have returned. He says wide receiver Terrence Marshall Jr., cornerback Keith Taylor, tight end Steven Sullivan, lineman Dennis Daly, and defensive tackle Derek Brown need him. Returned for a short practice and pads Monday before the team left for New England, where it will hold joint practices against the Patriots on Tuesday and Wednesday. It says Coach Matt Rule plans to continue to rotate quarterback Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold with the starters by period or possibly days in practices as they compete for the starting job. There will be a lot of focus on 2-minute offense, that's important, and defense. Rule hopes to name a starter sometime after the Friday preseason game in Foxborough, Massachusetts. He says, and I quote, "I think the joint practice are in some ways more important than the game," Rule said. "It's unbelievably valuable for all of the guys," unquote. And that is the end of the article. And, that's the approach they're going to take. I think a lot of teams are going to take that approach by looking at measuring their guys on the joint practices, the scrimmages that they're going to be holding. Not just the Panthers, but, you probably won't see Derek Carr for the Raiders in a preseason game. You probably won't see him. We know we're not going to see McCaffrey. We said in a previous video that, I think in the last video, they said that McCaffrey will not participate in any preseason game, but he will be in the scrimmages against New England. And we don't need to see him in any preseason games. The focus there is getting McCaffrey healthy, making sure he's good to go, and he can play every regular season game. So, that's pretty much the report. That's pretty much the report. Nothing too long, nothing that you probably didn't already know, but we wanted to just continue to provide some updates. I'm expecting Baker to be announced as the starter. I mean, of course, he, like I said, got to go out there and prove it. You don't want to see Darnold playing terrible because he can be a quality backup quarterback. But I think as far as the starter, it's a no-brainer. I'm assuming that in the actual game, Sam Darnold will get the nod to start because we did hear Matt Rule talk about, them splitting reps in the beginning when all of this went down. They'll be splitting reps. It'll be pretty much a 50-50 thing. So we saw Baker start the game against the Commanders, so we should expect that Darnold will be starting against the Patriots. Commanders, Patriots. So yeah, I believe that's how that's going to go. But of course, like I said, they have to go out there and prove it. Baker Mayfield, go out there and just take the job by the horns. I think he'll do that in the scrimmages, the joint practices, Tuesday and Wednesdays. But let's see what happens. I appreciate y'all for taking this time to hear me out. Should have liked, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, what you think about the joint practices this week, your team or the Panthers. Let me know how you think the players will perform and things like that. But I do appreciate it, and that is my time. I am out. Keep pounding and take care. When people see this, they're going to say, well, he really wasn't a nice guy. He may have been a tyrant. Well, that's because you never won anything. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. Look, I'm only doing this because it is who I am. That's the way I played the game. That was my mentality. And if you don't want to play that way,